It's SFL football from south of the border as we wrap up Week 10 of the Simulation Football League season in Mexico City. It's the first ever matchup between the hometown Aztecs and the San Diego Mavericks in a contest that features two of the league's top three offenses. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Estadio Azteca in Mexico City. Alongside producer extraordinaire Cameron Irvine, our statisticians Damon Simeon and Jason McGee, and my partner Justin Reside, I'm Tim Hackett. You're watching the Simulation Football League, presented by APM Music, live on YouTube. Happy to have you with us. Football of the Sunday night variety tonight, Justin. I'm expecting plenty of fireworks tonight as we wrap up Week 10.
Yeah, I'm excited for this one too because we have Gunnar Lewis of the San Diego Mavericks with the gunsling from Scar Patterson and on the Mexico City side with Matt Wilson, the gunslinger with Mexico City, along with Mike Daggs, the tight end.
Great duos on both sides. Matt Wilson to Mike Daggs, guys that have been together for a long time, now in their 8th season together in Mexico City. On the other side, a brand new tandem, but stars have been born in San Diego this season. You look at them right there. Scar Patterson, rookie quarterback, along with wide receiver Gunnar Lewis, their first season together, but you can argue, Justin, that that's been the best combo in the SFL so far this season.
Yeah, yep, exactly, because San Diego has been a good team on that side with Scar Patterson throwing it to Gunnar Lewis. So hopefully this game will be a good one here between these two squads. Let's find out.
Sorry, Justin. Two of the top three teams in the SFL in terms of total yards set to face off. Mexico City at 4-4. San Diego on the road at 3-4. It's throwback night on Sunday night here in Estadio Azteca. The old Santa Fe Gorillas uniform is on display for Ramos Lynn's club, and we are underway in the final game of Week 10. It will be Mexico City to get the ball to start. Jeffrey Daggs is returning kicks now for Mexico City. Justin, he did not start off doing the season. He did not start off the season doing that, I should say, but he has been doing this for quite a while, and he gets Mexico City out to the 26. So this veteran offense in parts for the Aztecs, and very young offense, youthful offense in other areas, led by quarterback Matt Wilson, the league's all-time leader in passing yards and passing touchdowns, his 13th season in the SFL. He will throw here over the middle, short pass, and it's caught for a short gain of about 4. First catch today for Jacob McCall.
Yeah, good first catch there for Jacob there. And a very, like you said, young Mexico City offense here for Matt Wilson to work with. So now hopefully they'll get more yardage here.
You've got 13th-year veteran Wilson, the quarterback, 10th-year veteran Ray Bentley is your fullback, 9th-year veteran Mike Daggs is your tight end. Nobody else has been in the league for more than 5 years except for the kicker Cole Varner. On the ground they go. First run of the day, and a good one all the way out to the 39-yard line goes Ray Bentley, the aforementioned former star tailback from Mexico City, now famously moving to the fullback, and a big gain for him here.
Yeah, a very big gain there for Ray Bentley. So now Mexico City has the pass and on the run going here to start early.
Trips to the bottom of the field now for the lefty quarterback Matt Wilson. Play action to Phoenix Jones, zips it top of the screen. That's caught. Mike Daggs, the tight end, was the only player lined up to the top of that formation, Justin, and he is open for a gain of 8.
Yeah, open for a gain of 8 here, and that's Matt Wilson's trusty receiver there, Mike Daggs, the tight end, as they are the duo here in Mexico City.
There are a ton of potential pass catchers for Matt Wilson to work with here in his 13th season. Count them, 7 star pass catchers. That doesn't even count the 2 standouts in the backfield. 5 wideouts and 2 tight ends rostered on this team this year. Here's Phoenix Jones, his first carry, nothing doing. Best play defensively for San Diego, led by middle linebacker Leon Thunderman.
Yeah, Thunderman there knowing where Phoenix Jones was going. So now it's a 3rd and 9, and let's see what Matt Wilson has under his pocket.
First third down attempt today for Mexico City. They've been great at these this season. 61% hit rate, 4th best in the SFL. They'll spread it out, empty backs, despite having Phoenix Jones on their employ. Wilson this way, caught, first down. Second catch today for McCall out to the San Diego 40.
Matt Wilson throwing the ball really well. First to Mike Daggs, now to McCall here for another first down for Mexico City.
offenses in sync so far. Their first third down conversion. Here is the rest of the offense for head coach and offensive coordinator Ramos Lynn. We mentioned those 5-star wideouts. You've heard from McCall, also Jason Bartley, Nick Lockett, Orain Darby, and TT Crystal. The tight ends, Mike Daggs and Bill Henry. To give to the fullback again, Ray Bentley has his second carry today, gain of 4.
Yeah, Ray Bentley there carrying balls in the fullback position with Phoenix Jones as the halfback, so that's like pretty much a thunder and lightning here for Mexico City.
No kidding, and they love to use both of them. This is one of the busiest offenses in the SFL. Matt Wilson is 4th in the league in attempts, and Phoenix Jones is 4th in the league in carries. That's pretty rare. On the ground, here is Jones, best run of the day for Phoenix, and he is stopped just short of the line to gain, they say, by defensive end Derek Jenko.
Yeah, nice job there by Jenko to stop Phoenix Jones short of the line to gain, but now it's a 3rd and inches, so either you go to Bentley or right back to Phoenix Jones on this play.
What do you think about where would you lean towards here? Ice formation, tight set for Mexico City?
I would say Ray Bentley on this one.
He's been effective so far. San Diego has not really had an answer for him. They've given up the most rushing yards in the league. They will go on the ground. First down, Aztecs. They run it on 3rd and short. They go to Jones with Bentley paving the way, and that works. Gain of 6.
Yeah, good job there by Phoenix Jones getting through his line, getting his blocks done. So now Mexico City can really rely on the pass here. Let's see what Matt Wilson goes to that plan.
3-4 this season. San Diego, 4th best pass defense, but the most rushing yards allowed, 159 rushing yards per game. Mexico City is the 7th best rushing offense. Here goes Jones, gain of 8 for Phoenix Jones, running right tackle that time. His best looking run so far, stopped in the secondary by Zach Haldorf.
Yeah, nice job there by Phoenix Jones to get that first down, get close to the first down on a first down play here. Now it's 2nd and 2. Let's see what Mexico City has here.
So at the bottom of your screen, this will be the 10th play of this opening drive for Mexico City. It's already taken 4.5 minutes to make it. Here is Jones, first down again for the Aztecs. They haven't had a single negative play on this drive. There was one play where they were stopped more or less on the line, Justin. Other than that, everything has been forward progress.
Yeah, forward progress for Mexico City every single time here, even with the run and or the pass. So Mexico City really cooking here.
An impressive opening drive, to say the least. Different formation here. 2 in the backfield with Wilson under center, rather, and there is Jones. And really, that's one of the best plays defensively right now for San Diego. Stephon Forge, 2nd-year defensive tackle on the stop.
Yeah, San Diego there getting the box there, knowing that the handoff was going to Phoenix Jones. So now 2nd and 8 coming up here for Mexico City.
The Aztecs are top 10 in the SFL in most every offensive category, including points, passing yards, rushing yards, and total yards. They're showing you why. From the 12, Wilson to the end zone and knocked away, incomplete. One-on-one coverage in the back corner, and Zach Lay, the offseason acquisition, with his first pass deflection of the game.
Yeah, one-on-one coverage there from Zach Lay, and perfect job to, if you can't get an interception, just knock down the ball. Simple as that for San Diego.
Lay spent his first 3 seasons as a safety with the Charleston Predators. Offseason pickup for Optimus Klein and company. Now the number 1 corner here for San Diego. Big play from him there. 3rd and 9. Wilson zips it, swatted, and nearly picked. Thunderman, the middle linebacker, 2nd-year player, had another swat in this drive, and it will come to a screeching halt after all that good work.
Yeah, and all that good work, goes for naught there. Thunderman there, just covering the hole where Matt Wilson was trying to throw it, and he just knocks it down simply. And now we have a Cole Varner field goal.
On 4th and 9, it's not really a surprise to me, Justin, on the first drive of the game that they're going to elect to kick it. But, I mean, assuming that this goes in and Cole Varner is about as automatic as it gets over the course of his career, though not so much this season as we'll get into. San Diego brings the house, but Varner's able to knock it in from 29. It's an early 3-0 lead for Mexico City at home, but with the way that drive was going, you got to be a little disappointed if you're Ramos Lynn and company.
Yeah, you got a field goal, but you would have wanted 6 there if you're Ramos Lynn on the sideline. But take your 3, get the defense out there against San Diego's really good wide receiver, number 1 in Gunnar Lewis.
Mexico City starts off with a 14-play drive. It ends up in a 29-yard field goal made by Cole Varner, one of the all-time league greats, who will now kick off to Optimus Klein, the veteran kick returner. It's been such an interesting couple of years for San Diego. Klein, of course, the longtime #1 receiver for the Florida Storm, won a whole bunch of SFL titles with Max Paul and company. He gets his expansion team a couple of seasons ago, moves out west. San Diego doesn't win a single game in its first season. This has been well documented. Mavericks fans are sick of this. Then they win 4 games a season ago. Now they've already got 3, but for the last 5 weeks, they've been able to tie their all-time record in wins and haven't done it. First pass today from Scar Patterson is swatted away. That was risky. Derek Meerkat, the rookie safety, with the stop.
Yeah, Meerkat there, seeing the wide receiver as Scar Patterson was looking for Gunnar Lewis there, but Meerkat there to just block it down there for Mexico City.
Scar Patterson was one of the last players selected in this SFL draft, 4th round selection. San Diego needed a quarterback because Javier Vasquez left, went to Denver, and so now another new quarterback, the second in franchise history, and Patterson has had a fantastic season. His second pass, deep drop, fires over the middle, right into Jeffrey Daggs' hands, and you don't see that very often. He drops a sure pick.
Yeah, that was a sure pick for sure, but again, Scar Patterson looking for Gunnar Lewis on a second pass play here, and now San Diego has a 3rd and 10 on their hands.
Well, what Justin's hinting at is Gunnar Lewis is having the best season among wide receivers in the SFL. 2nd in catches, 1st in yards, 1st in touchdowns, 1st in targets now with over 100, because San Diego has gone his way on their first 2 plays, no surprise. 3rd and 10 now for the Mavs. To the top of the screen they go, swatted and picked this time by Derek Meerkat. The rookie has his first career interception. Down the sideline he goes, touchdown, Aztecs. First career touchdown for Derek Meerkat.
Yeah, that was a simp play that I would have had as well for a touchdown. And that Derek Meerkat shows why he's the free safety for Mexico City, making sure that somebody like Gunnar Lewis here doesn't get the ball. And no, that was Liam Hammer, excuse me. Meerkat prevents Liam Hammer from getting a pass caught, and now Mexico City's on the board again, about to go 10-0.
This is such a young secondary, Justin, and it's something I was talking with their quarterback, Matt Wilson, a little bit about yesterday. Jeffrey Daggs is in his 9th season in the SFL. Ben Charbs is the 2nd most senior member of this secondary, and there are 6 standouts back there. He's in his 3rd season. You've got 2 sophomores and 2 rookies in this secondary this season for Ramos Lynn and company. They've given up 21 passing touchdowns already this season. That's the 2nd most that the team has ever allowed in a full season, and they've only played 8 games. But the sophomore Jermaine Menefield with the swat, the rookie Derek Meerkat with the grab, and then the whole convoy there to escort him to the end zone.
Yeah, he, as me as a free safety, I would have done the same thing if my teammate was there to swat that ball. I would have taken it to the end zone as well.
And it's just a nice gift when you've got your whole team, half your team at least, out leading the way for your first career pick, your first career pick 6. And as we always say, what would Eddie Gage say? Optimus Klein out to the 24, and San Diego quickly in a 10-0 hole. This team passes a lot, Justin. Almost 2.5 times as many pass attempts as run attempts on this season for Patterson against Jalen Wells, who's in his 3rd season as the feature back for the Mavs. So they pass a lot, and they're true to form on their first drive. They throw 3 pass attempts, and one was swatted, and the last one was swatted and then picked. So an early 10-0 hole for San Diego to climb out of. Another throw for Patterson. That's more like it. Nice gain of about 15 yards over the middle. First catch today for Gunnar Lewis.
Yeah, Gunnar Lewis there getting an open spot where no Mexico City player was. So look how open space he had. And Jeffrey Daggs just took one hand and put him down to the ground after the catch.
Officially a gain of 17 through the sky for Gunnar Lewis, the offseason pickup from the Sioux Falls Sparrows, where he spent his first 4 seasons. And this year he has been nothing short of sensational. 987 receiving yards for him now. Patterson to throw again. Deep bomb from Patterson, swatted away again by Jermaine Menefield, going towards Liam Hammer, who, as you hinted at, Justin, has not had a bad season by his own right, but Menefield's got him twice.
Yeah, Minifield has I think he has Liam Hammer's number right now after 2 swats. One for the Meerkat touchdown, and then this last one here for the swat down.
Head coach, co-owner Liam Hammer in the chat is well aware of how close Gunnar Lewis is to some history. History that Liam Hammer himself set last year. Patterson, quick out, first catch today from Bill Cherry, and what an interesting, I guess, is a fair way to say this offense is constructed, Justin. You've got Bill Cherry, the former fullback, who is now a tight end. Optimus Klein, who was, of course, a former wide receiver, turned tight end, turned wide receiver in this offense. It's just a lot of moves and shakes, I guess, this offseason for the Mavs.
Yeah, I guess Optimus Klein wanted to bring in Tom Cherry as the tight end and then put himself back at the wide receiver so he can catch him balls.
3rd and 7, threw a pick on this last situation. The pass is caught by Lewis, but he stopped short of the line to gain by Jared Brody, the second-year corner. Decision time here for San Diego, right at the midfield line.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to punt it here. They don't want to be down a whole, down pretty much sure. They're going to go for it. Never mind.
Yeah, their initial look was that Alex Damian was going to come on and punt, but they are going to bring the offense back. Only 1 tailback and 3 to the top from the midfield line with an early 10-0 deficit. Only 3 on the line, though, for Mexico City, which is how they normally play it. And there you go, our first bait and switch of the day. Justin, are you surprised?
Yeah, I wasn't surprised on that. You knew San Diego was going to try to make the go for it and make Mexico City do an encroachment penalty, but now they have to definitely punt this one. So it's ball to Mexico City once this punt is off.
I feel like you see that once every other game or thereabouts in the SFL, where the team tries to go for a hard count, and then even if they never really intend to snap the ball and ends up punting it away. So that's what San Diego will do. The nose of the ball at the bottom of the logo. First punt today from Alex Damian. And Jeffrey Daggs, the longtime return man in this league, will throw a man down, throw a second man down, and get to the outside. What a return from Jeffrey Daggs, who's got 4 career punt return touchdowns, second most in the league. Wasn't really close to one there, but man, that was nice.
Yeah, that was a nice run. Jeffrey Daggs there returning the punt and finding 4 yards on those push-offs before he got tackled.
Here is the defense for San Diego. The line, Derek Jenko, Stephon Forge, and Wolf Justice. 4-star linebackers, Pete Mitchell, Axel Raven on the outsides, Leon Thunderman, and Thomas Matthews on the insides, and 6 standouts in the secondary. On the ground they go. Bentley is stowed up. First tackle for loss today for the aforementioned middle linebacker, Thomas Matthews. He's only made 7 tackles this season. Justin Forge was in there as well. Now 8 tackles this season. 3 of them have been for loss. That's impressive.
Yeah, very impressive on this San Diego defense. Stopping Bentley there for a short loss.
Rest of the defense here as we go along. 2nd and 11. Wilson, quick drop, hit as he throws, and he can't get rid of the ball. Back-to-back stops for loss. Another sack for Stephon Forge, his 2nd this season.
Yes, Stephon Forge, I think, is a big man towering over Wilson there to get that sack.
Here is the secondary quickly for San Diego. Corner, Zach Lay, Tom Krieg, and Nana Leahy, and the safety, Zach Haldorf, rookie Isabella Blackwell, and 3rd-year man Ray Linerl III. Mexico City will spread it out wide. Remember, they've been great on 3rd downs this season. Wilson fires open, first down across midfield. Now they'll stop him right at the Mexico City 48, but regardless, first catch of the day for the new number 1 receiver, Jason Bartley, and it's a big one.
Yeah, big one for Jason Bartley, wide open. Once Matt Wilson threw that ball, Emily just grabs it out of the air before he even gets tackled.
Bartley and McCall have taken massive steps forward this season as the 1 and 2 wideouts for Matt Wilson. It helps when you have a Hall of Famer throwing to you, Justin, but, I mean, these are 2 guys who are both former number 3 wide receivers in this league. They're both having good seasons. Wide open again over the middle. How do you leave Mike Daggs, player of his caliber, that wide open? Gain of 8 on first down. Yeah,
Matt Wilson was thinking throw the tight end, saw Mike Daggs open, and Mike Daggs gains 8 yards on that play. And like you said, how do you leave that guy wide open?
Second catch already for Mike Daggs. 35 catches for 450 yards and 7 touchdowns this season for Dags. 7 TDs is 7th best in the league for the 9th-year tight end from New York. Here goes Jones, and a bruising run for Phoenix Jones. Another first down for Mexico City.
Yeah, Jones there just plowing guys down, taking them down every time he gets the ball. He's just a lawnmower out there with the football.
And San Diego tackles for loss on 1st and 2nd down on the previous series, but a gain of 21 from Wilson to Bartley extends this drive. Another nice run. Up the middle they go through Bentley. Check that. That is Jones this time, and Tom Krieg, the corner, makes the stop.
Yeah, they're just trying to get small yardage out of Jones to maybe get a big play here on the passing game for Matt Wilson.
Great season for Wilson. Very good season as well for Phoenix Jones. 189 carries, 823 yards, 4th and 8th in the league respectively. Though he only has scored 4 rushing touchdowns, 19th most. Wilson will zip it into coverage, nearly picked by Zach Lay, who's got 3 this season already. One-on-one out there again against Jason Bartley. Bartley beat him earlier, not this time.
Yeah. Zach Lay there just tipping the ball right as Bentley there made his route. Lay just cut right in front of him and just whacked that ball down.
4th-year wideout Jason Bartley, 46 catches, 648 yards, and 5 touchdowns, trailing only Dags for most on the team. Another 3rd down, and Mexico City will spread it out once again, trying to test this good pass defense. Wilson under pressure, down he goes. 2nd sack of this drive for San Diego. Would you believe that Mexico City only gave up 6 sacks in their first 8 games? That's Chappie James Jr., one of the backups with that play.
Yeah, Matt Wilson did not see him coming. He just saw the big man and he went down hard.
Well, 1 3rd down conversion on that drive, and that's it. And now you're out of field goal range for Cole Varner as well, Justin.
Yeah, that was just unlucky timing. You were in a field goal position to let Cole Varner get that field goal. Now they're have to punt it here.
A loss of 8 on 3rd down, but that's a beauty from George Amy, and they slide into the end zone. That is a tough break for Mexico City, and Jeffrey Dags, who knows a thing or two about how to play punts, you would think, not able to handle that one.
Yeah, he was just trying to get at least to the 1 or 2 yard line, and they just slides himself into the end zone for a touchback.
Well, throwback night here in Mexico City. They're wearing the old Santa Fe Gorillas uniforms, the blue and orange. San Diego with the all whites and the gray numbers down by 10. Patterson hit his heat throw, zips it into coverage, and he's picked off once again. That's Ben Charbs, the safety. 2 interceptions already for Scar Patterson, who is 5th in the league in passing touchdowns. He's now thrown 19 picks this season. Mexico City with a great first quarter.
Yeah, that's just simple Ben Charbs knowing where Liam Hammer was going to go there. That's what Ben Charbs grabs the ball, takes the interception, and gets it done there for Mexico City.
We're done with 1 quarter south of the road. Check that. There's 1 second left. Everybody was fooled. I had no idea how long that play took. Mexico City will be able to run 1 more play before the end of the first quarter. And it has been all Aztecs so far, fair to say. They'll spread it out. Dags is the tight end. Quick zip from Wilson. Caught, and that is the end of the first quarter. Another grab for Bartley, his 2nd. And he gets stuck at the end of it by number 28. That is Ray Lenurl, the safety for San Diego. Look at it here.
Yeah, look at that perfect catch by Bartley. And just he gets pushed down right there. And that's the end of the quarter.
Quick slant to end the quarter. That'll do it. 2nd interception for Patterson. Mexico City on the move. You're watching the Simulation Football League presented by APM Music live on YouTube. (10-0) Aztecs after 1 quarter in Mexico City. Tim Hack and Justin Reside here with you in the booth. Jason McGee, Damon Simeon in the truck. Cameron Irvine working hard and getting hungry behind the scenes, as we all are hungry for some action here in the final game of Week 10. 2nd and short, they'll go on the ground, and easy does it. 1st down, Phoenix Jones.
Yeah, simple run play there by Phoenix Jones gets the 1st down, and Mexico City once again on the move.
Well, if you're new to the SFL, the Simulation Football League combines traditional sports, esports, and a role-playing game all into one. Team strategies are being executed in real time by our simulations as real-life players compete on the virtual gridiron. For For more information on the SFL, visit our website, www.simulationfl.net. The SFL, we put the fan in fantasy. Here goes Phoenix Jones. Fantastic season for him. A great run, a gain of 9 on the fresh set.
Yeah, Phoenix Jones there finding where Mexico City offensive line made him a hole for him. He finds it and gets 9 yards out of it.
Jack Haldorf, you see him there. He makes the stop. His second year with San Diego, 4th year in the league. He's the team's leading tackler with 61 coming into today. Already a minute gone in the quarter. Again, they'll go to Phoenix Jones. Sidestep, first down out to the 8-yard line.
Yep, Mexico City's playing here. Just let Phoenix Jones run the ball on short yardage situations. He gets another first down for Mexico City, and this has been a different drive for Mexico City than the last drive.
No doubt, they've really relied a lot more on Phoenix Jones. Wilson's only thrown it a couple times. Their first time, they went all the way down to this territory and then came up short, settled for a field goal from Cole Varner. First and goal now, San Diego will pack the house. The give to Jones, and they run right into the thick of the defense. Great setup that time defensively for San Diego, Justin. Derek Jenko and Thunderman with the stop.
Yeah, great job there by San Diego to prevent the run game of Mexico City from working there. Now it's second and goal.
Ton of youth across the San Diego defense. Not a surprise necessarily for a third-year team, but there's nobody that's been in the league longer than 4 years. Jenko is one of those guys who's in his 4th season. On the 7, Wilson zips it, end zone, caught, touchdown. First offensively for Mexico City today. And it's Nick Lockett, the rookie, with his first career SFL touchdown.
Yeah, it's a rookie night here in Mexico City. First, Derek Meerkat with an interception for a touchdown. Now Nick Lockett with his first touchdown of the season on the offensive side.
And it's a mismatch, really. I mean, Leon Thunderman had a great rookie season. He was a highly touted pick last season for San Diego, but your middle linebacker against a small rookie wideout like Lockett just hit him on the quick slant route. Easy money touchdown, really.
Yeah, easy, simple money there for the rookies there, and it's pretty much a rookies night, even though it's retro night for Mexico City.
Yeah, the two guys that don't even have any idea what the Santa Fe Gorillas are. I sure don't. They existed from season 5 to season 8, and now Mexico City honoring their roots. Ramos Lin purchased that team, moved them to Mexico City ahead of season 9. They have since won an SFL championship. They have been one of the best franchises in the league since Ramos and company took over, but I mean, and look, they're off to a flying start against the Mavs here this afternoon, or well, tonight now.
Yeah, a flying start, no pun intended.
2 interceptions already for Scar Patterson. He's completed 2 passes, Justin, and they've both been to the guys wearing the throwback orange and blue.
Yeah, Patterson needs to start finding the guys in the white and I guess you call it light brown or dark brown or something like that color for San Diego.
Oh, my mistake. It was Ramos's team even when they were in Santa Fe, and then he moved them to Mexico City. I told you I don't understand. I don't know the history. Just like a couple of rookies out there, and they've got the 2 touchdowns. It's 2 more than me. On the ground they go. First carry today for Jalen Wells. Long time coming. All those passes for Patterson. We mentioned it, Justin. Their pass-to-run ratio this season, San Diego, 2.25 to 1. So they pass more than 2 times more than they run on the balance of this season. Finally, the first carry, and it's a good one, gain of 8.
Yeah, that's just San Diego switching up from the, knowing that Patterson had those 2 interceptions. Just they give it to Jalen Wells on this last play.
Mexico City, their defense gives up a ton of points, more than 32 per game, second most in the league, 0 so far. Best pass of the day for Scar Patterson, his first completion, believe it or not, and it's to the 11th year veteran Optimus Klein.
Yeah, give it.
I'm wrong. Sorry, he did have 2 completions to Gunnar Lewis. That's my fault, but it didn't feel like it.
Yeah, that was just perfect timing there for Optimus Klein to catch that pass from Scar Patterson right there.
His first completion in a while, shall we say. Lewis does have 2 catches, and he's on the precipice of some league history. First catch today for Klein. Patterson fires out of the hands of Lottie Liu, the rookie wide receiver, their first-round pick this year. Only 17 catches and prime opportunity for number 18, but no.
Yep, prime time there for Lottie Liu, but he wasn't able to catch that ball. That looked like a duck ball coming out of the hands of Patterson.
Well, the offense for Liam Hammer and Axel Raven in San Diego. Patterson, the quarterback. Wells is the tailback. Nick Hoagland is the fullback. Bill Cherry, the tight end. The wideouts, Gunnar Lewis, Liam Hammer, Optimus Klein, and Lottie Lou. Just heard from Lou there. On the ground they'll go. Wells trying to run inside. Nothing doing there. Stopped at the line of scrimmage by Ronnie Watson.
Yeah, Ronnie Watson there just finding where Wells was and just hit him in the mouth.
Mexico City's defense trying to learn on the fly with all of this youth, like we said. And they were the third best defense in terms of points per game a season ago. Second worst this season in terms of points per game. Patterson on 3rd and 10 into coverage and ripped away by Menefield. What a play! The second-year corner against the rookie wideout, and Menefield has Mexico City's 3rd pick of the first half.
Yeah, Lou versus Menefield, and Menefield wins that battle right there. Look at this catch. Oh my goodness. I thought it was a salmon coming out of the water on that interception.
I thought Lou had it.
Yeah, I thought Lou had it too, but then Menefield just grabbed it out of the air.
Wow, that's crazy. 3rd interception for the sophomore corner, Jermaine Menefield. Wow, that was... I mean, the first 2 weren't great throws from Patterson, let's be honest. That one, nothing wrong with it, just one-on-one coverage, and Menefield rips it away. Mexico City on top, 17-0. They'll get the ball right back.
Yeah, first run there by Phoenix Jones, and Mexico City is really clicking on all cylinders here.
Pete Mitchell makes that tackle after a gain of 1. He is their team's leader in tackles for loss, despite being an outside linebacker with 13. It's actually the 6th most in the league. A rare total for a linebacker to have. 3rd pick today for Mexico City. Wilson zips it into traffic, and a diving interception is made on the other end by Axel Raven. If he was able to hold it off the ground, what a play this would be.
Yeah, the Ravens said nevermore, and it was Axel Raven grabbing that interception there, and I think he got it. Yeah, he did grab it. Oh my goodness, and he just slid on the ground.
I have no idea where the ball ended up as he went face first into the turf, but wow, Raven, the saving grace, that was a fantastic punt. I can't believe you beat me to that one. Very, very good. And, I mean, saving grace automatically for this San Diego team. They get a new lease on life.
Yeah, San Diego gets this new lease on life here on this first down.
22nd interception of the season for Matt Wilson. That's really been his only downfall. Zip pass by Patterson, caught for a short gain by Lottie Lou, who atones rather a little bit for that earlier drop. Here is the defense for Ramos Lynn. The defensive line, haven't heard from them today. Angela Meerkat, Skylar Kingsley, and Dan Tritz. The linebackers, Dexter Jackson, Ronnie Watson, and Matt Anderson. And 6 standouts in the secondary, Gerard Brody and Jermaine Menefield. And the safeties, Jeffrey Daggs, Ben Charbs, and the rookies, Derek Meerkat and Liam Ryan. Patterson zips it this way. First catch today for Jalen Wells, who does not catch the ball very much this season, Justin, and short game for him there.
Yeah, just a short gain there, and Watson there just to send him to wherever the heck he wanted to send him to. I guess he wanted to bring the lumber with him.
First interception this season, by the way, for Axel Raven, second-year linebacker, former Sioux Falls Sparrow. And another former Sioux Falls Sparrow, Jalen Wells, making that catch. 3rd and 7, Patterson into traffic, swatted it twice. Anderson had the first touch, Watson had the second. Another risky throw for Scar, and that could have been interception number 4.
Yeah, that was very risky. I don't know why Scar Patterson even threw that ball into that coverage there. That was just 4 Aztecs there trying to swat the ball down.
This Aztec secondary has been everywhere so far today, just plugging up the passing lanes. And regardless of the fact that I steered you wrong earlier at the number of completions for Scar Patterson, he's had a ton of incompletions. Unofficially, we've now got him at 3 of 13 with 3 interceptions, as that punt from Damian is caught by Jeffrey Daggs. And look, I mean, the Mexico City defense has had its struggles so far this season. They're kind of middle of the pack, 13th in total yards, 13th against the pass, and so on. 21 pass touchdowns allowed, like we said. Second most points, more than 32 per game, but so far, so good.
Yeah, so far, so good for Mexico City. They have just been taking this game by the horns.
So far, so great, really. And that interception from Axel Raven, which was a thing of beauty, does not turn into anything for the Mavericks on offense. Here's Phoenix Jones. Lowers the shoulder, blows through a man. And Phoenix Jones with a bruising gain of 13.
Yeah, bruising gain of 13. I thought he was going to go for more there. was through the hole and then carries defenders after that.
As Wolf Justice, the defensive end, who's finally able to bring him down. Poor Ray Lenurl just got a face full of shoulder from Phoenix Jones on that one. Former first-round pick Wolf Justice out of retirement to play for San Diego this year. Wilson, the seasoned veteran, calling the shots in the give to Ray Bentley. Not much for him there. Axel Raven with that play.
Yeah, Bentley there trying to get through a hole there, but Axel Raven says, you're not getting through this hole.
Officially 15 carries, 81 yards in this game for Phoenix Jones, an average of nearly 5.5 per tote. He averages 4.5 per tote this season, which is 11th best. He's had a good season, but has not scored all that much. Mexico City has not scored that much on the ground this season. Wilson zips it. That's caught by Bill Henry, the tight end. Mid-season pickup for them last season. Justin still kind of learning the offense. Only 16 catches this season. He's got one here.
Yeah, if you can't throw it to Mike Daggs, why not throw it to Henry?
I remember when they picked him up mid-season last year, it was like, oh, great, they've got another pass-catching tight end, and he went off in one of his first career games, and again, still kind of trying to get acclimated this season. On 3rd and 3, they'll run it. Jones has all kinds of room, left tackle. First down for Phoenix Jones to the San Diego 43, a gain of 17.
Yeah, that's just Phoenix Jones getting to every level of the defense till he got tackled there. It's just a lot of... Look how many levels. One, I think he got past there. He's getting past a lot of guys, and then Tom Creek just tackles him down.
His longest run of the day into enemy territory. Phoenix Jones unofficially up close to 75 rushing yards here in the first half. That was a thing of beauty. Wilson now alone in the gun. Remember, they've got 7 standout pass catchers. I've even lost track. They don't throw so on them very often, and Wilson is going to get blown up. San Diego has its 3rd sack of the first half. Mexico City only gave up 6 through 8 games.
Yeah, that was just blown, I guess, line coverage there by the offensive line, letting the San Diego defender come through and just whack Matt Wilson.
San Diego rosters 4-star linebackers, and that's Thomas Matthews, who is their rookie, his 2nd sack this season. Free play, Wilson zips it. That's caught by Jacob McCall out to the, make it the 37. We'll see what this call is. Our first penalty today, Justin.
Yeah, I think this is encroachment.
100% score 1 for you, Justin. Offsides, neutral zone infraction, what have you, against Wolf Justice, and so you got to take the play there, right?
Yeah, you got to take the play there. That was just simple catch and throw there from Matt Wilson to McCall there. And that was just simple play there. Take the yardage and go 2nd down and short.
A nice gain for McCall there. He's had a solid first half. 2nd sack of the season for Thomas Matthews. He had a tackle for loss earlier today. Just 7 tackles this season for the rookie 3rd-round pick from Lexington, but almost all of them have been for a loss. It's crazy. On 3rd down, Wilson floats it out. Jones has the catch, gets trucked for his efforts by Lenurl, but he still got the first down.
Yeah, he still had that first down. Easy, simple screen pass plays here for Mexico City. Getting first downs here, and Mexico City is just moving that ball with perfection.
Both of these tailbacks have been pass catchers in the past, at least in the way the offense has been constructed, but not this year. They're both south of 30 receptions on the season, which is kind of unusual. From the 31, Wilson floats it into coverage. His receiver was taken down. That was Daggs. Plenty of contact there. No call. Probably the right decision. And look at the offensive disparity. More than 3-1 in total yards advantage to Mexico City so far, and of course a 17-0 lead.
Yeah, everything going Mexico City's way, and I would have thrown a pass interference flag on that because Mike Daggs was hit hard as he was trying to get the ball.
There were 2 defenders right on him. Sometimes it's what you need to stop a guy like that, and I guess they did on that play. San Diego showing blitz from the outside maybe. They'll back off and rush only 4. Wilson is hit anyway and still is able to get it out to Jacob McCall, who makes another catch in a gain of 9.
Yeah, great job there by Matt Wilson, avoiding the sack, finding McCall to get good yardage on that play and make us 3rd and manageable here.
McCall was 5th in the SFL in receiving yards before today with 756. Not a surprise, Matt Wilson was 2nd in passing yards with better than 2,700. through 8 games. 3rd and 1, give to the fullback, Ray Bentley. Hashtag get it trending, Justin. Hashtag give it to the fullback. It has worked for MXC today.
Yeah, it has worked for Mexico City today. Ray Bentley just plowing his way through, and you got to show that fullback love. Every time a fullback gets a run like that, you got to show him some love.
Bentley has had a tremendous game so far, and that is already the 2-minute warning here in the first half. All Mexico City so far. This offense is cooking. The defense is not too shabby either. You're watching the Simulation Football League presented by APM Music live on YouTube. Brilliant season so far for Matt Wilson, top 10 in just about everything. That does include interceptions. However, and he's already thrown one of those today, but he's also thrown his 23rd touchdown. From the 14, zips it over the middle. That's caught right to the goal line or near to it by Jacob McCall, who's got his 5th catch of this first half.
Yeah, 5th catch of the day for McCall, and now Mexico City is just trying to get this put in this end zone and extend the lead even further.
Got a lot of options you can go to from this distance, right?
Yeah, Dags, Bentley, Phoenix Jones.
Ground they go. It is Jones. He's hit from behind and then brought down. San Diego ready for that one. First hit by the corner lay, and then the 3rd-year defensive end, Wolf Justice. Welcome back to the SFL.
Yeah, a little extra meat there on that tackle there from Wolf Justice there. Good Lord.
2 sacks, 5 tackles for loss for him. Again, a former first-round pick. Was out of the league, though, recently. 2nd and goal. Wilson floats it up. One-handed catch. Touchdown. Phoenix Jones. He made that look easy. His 3rd receiving touchdown of the season to go with 4 rushing touchdowns. Mexico City extends the lead.
Yeah, that was a simple play for Phoenix Jones there. Matt Wilson sees him. Boom. Go to the end zone. Touchdown, Mexico City.
That's unreal. What a catch. I mean, look, Justin, let's be honest. He was wide open, and it should have been a walk-in-the-park touchdown, but somehow he turned it into a highlight reel play.
Yeah, he turned it into maybe a top 10 play. I don't know.
We'll get Cameron Irvine on that one, see what he thinks about that. 23-0. Cole Varner on for the PAT, and it's good, no problem. Again, just 4 rushing touchdowns this season for Phoenix Jones, 19th in the league, and despite only now having 30 catches on the season, he has caught 3 touchdowns. That's pretty impressive. 3 for Jones, 4 for McCall, 5 for Bartley, 4 for Henry, and 7 for Mike Daggs, and now add 1 in for Nick Lockett. That makes 24 passing touchdowns for Matt Wilson, 2nd most in the league, though Mexico City is one of the few teams that has not had a bye week. Keep that in mind. Great kickoff there from Varner. Deep return for Optimus Klein, who has done this before in his career, out to the 24. Have you checked out video content produced by our community lately? Catch the Sim Pod every week, SFL Crunch Time and Road to Glory every Wednesday night. SFL Nights with AJ Stryker premieres Thursday nights. Say It With Your Chest airs Fridays, and Netma can be seen all week long at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Every week, the live show schedule can be accessed through our Discord server at the top of the channel listing. Just look for the Events tab. 1 minute to go and 3 timeouts for San Diego. They need something. Patterson looking deep, swatted and intercepted again. 4th interception today. Jeffrey Daggs has this one, his 4th this season. Everything going the way of the Aztecs.
Yeah, every time Patterson throws a ball, Mexico City defense has an interception answer here. Look at that. Charbs, wow. Boom, right in the hands of Tag, and Tag just runs.
It was off of the head, really, of Jared Brody, and right into the hands of Jeffrey Daggs. Happy birthday to him. He's not a year older, but he just got himself a gift. Wow, this is I mean, San Diego was so good in the first half last week against Fort Worth. Patterson, Lewis, and Hammer looked like world beaters, but so far they have just been beat down in this game. Quick completion to Mike Daggs, and Mexico City will hustle back to the line.
Yeah, I guess they want to just hurry it up and milk the clock here.
Be another score incoming. High pass, one-handed catch by Daggs, who then gets trucked, and timeout called by San Diego, I believe.
No, I think that was Mexico City with the timeout.
You're right. Okay, you're right. 2 left for both teams. So back-to-back quick catches for a net of 2 yards for Mike Daggs. That'll bump up his reception totals, I guess.
Yeah. No, you got to bump up your reception totals sometimes if you're a Hall of Famer like Matt Wilson is.
From the 30, you're in Varner's field goal range already after that return from Daggs. Jeffrey, that is. Wilson zips it. Another one-handed catch. That's a gain of about 7 and a quick timeout after the catch by Nick Lockett.
Yeah, that was a great catch by Lockett. And then Isabella Blackwell you see on the tackle here. Man, she just... McCall with the perfect... Right there, Lockett with the catch. Rookie on rookie. There. Little rookie on rookie violence, shall we say.
Yeah, plenty of rookies have been stars of this show, like you said. Great tackle from Blackwell, who only had 4 coming into today. San Diego's 3rd-round pick. Lockett was Mexico City's 2nd-round pick. And the Aztecs used a timeout. That was interesting, Justin, because they will bring out Varner for the field goal.
Yeah, that was just, I guess they wanted to bring out Varner right after Lockett made the catch.
Hold down from veteran backup Yuki Yamada, and the kick is good from Cole Varner, his 2nd made field goal today. And the Aztecs capitalize on the interception again. It's 27-0.
Yeah, it's just San Diego has had no answers for Mexico City, and Mexico City has all the answers so far in this game.
The interceptions have come back to burn Scar Patterson, and it burned them last week against Fort Worth. Again, they were up huge in that game. The offense hit big play after big play. They scored touchdowns on 4 straight possessions. Almost all of them were on deep shots from Patterson to either Hammer or Lewis, which has been the MO for this team all season long, Justin, and it's not worked for them today. This pass defense for Mexico City, which has given up a ton of big plays and a ton of touchdowns this season. The expression always is bend but don't break, but so far they're not even bending. They are rising to the challenge.
Yeah, the Mexico City defense is just all over those passing lanes that Scar Patterson is trying to get to. It's like Patterson has a pass, but nope, there's a Mexico City defender right there.
They haven't been able to use the run game to offset it at all. Only 2 carries so far today for Jalen Wells. 24 seconds left in the half. How aggressive do the Mavs get? Nothing to lose, you would think. So Patterson will bomb it and nobody home. Again, that worked so often for them last week against Fort Worth. It has worked so often for them over the balance of the season. Patterson is 3rd in the league in passing yards. They've only played 7 games, and it just hasn't happened for him today.
Yeah, it just hasn't been there for Patterson. Every time he tries to go to a wide receiver, a Mexico City defender is right there in his path.
There were 3 defenders there against 1 wideout. I think it was Hammer. What can the Mavs do? They do have 2 timeouts, but only 20 seconds. 2-back set. Patterson fires. One-handed catch. No, it's not. Lewis almost had it, but he was smoked by Ben Charbs.
Yeah, Lewis there trying to make the catch. Charbs come in at the same time, and that just knocked the ball right out of the hands of Gunnar Lewis here as we watch the replay.
Lewis had those 2 catches in the first quarter and nothing since. Liam Hammer has been targeted a few times for a couple of interceptions. Haven't heard much from him. Klein has the 1 catch. Cherry has the 1 catch. Lou has the 1 catch for a couple of yards, and that's it so far for the San Diego offense.
Yeah.
3rd down. Patterson, soft throw this time. Lou has that catch, tries to lower the shoulder, and is pushed out of bounds, they say, after a gain of 9 by Menefield.
Yeah, you needed 10, you only got 9. Just San Diego has not been there tonight.
Now what do you do? Because you did go out of bounds. No one had to use a timeout. Do you punt it? They will. I mean, yeah. You can't risk failing the 4th down conversion and giving Mexico City a 3, potentially 3 more points, right?
Yeah, you can't give. But
I guess so.
Yeah, you can't let Cole Vonner be out there early.
Oh, Damian will send it away. The Aztecs do have 1 timeout. Daggs will try to return it, but he runs right into the defense. Great coverage there from San Diego. 2 seconds left for Matt Wilson, the league's all-time leader in passing yards and passing touchdowns. What do you think?
Probably just going to let Phoenix Jones run out the ball, or maybe he'll surprise us with a long bomb. I don't know.
I never get these right. I always feel like I ask every game, either at the end of the 2nd or the 4th quarter, like, all right, what do we see the team doing? You're going to throw it and end up running it. I would not be surprised if they ran it here, so get ready for a deep pass attempt. Wilson will throw it. Wide open. Mike Daggs, first down and more. Down the sidelines he goes. And San Diego is able to make the stop. Raylan Earl saves a touchdown. More stat padding for the longtime friends and the longtime teammates. A big gain for Mike Daggs. Longest passing play of the game for Mexico City. All Aztecs in the first half, 27-0.
Yeah, it's just been all Mexico City in this game here. It's just been all. Nothing but the San Diego Mavericks could do here in this game so far.
Look at the passing yards, 169 to 45, and 20 of those passing yards for San Diego have gone to Gunnar Lewis, 25 of them, and that's about it. Again, the turnovers have been a massive difference in this game, Justin. Both teams have given the ball up, but it seems that Mexico City has been able to capitalize when they have been given the chance on offense. And the way that this offense has been going, you can't give them all of these opportunities.
Yeah, you just can't give it to them. It's just Mexico City has been, every time San Diego tries a pass play, they're knocking down balls, grabbing interceptions, and they have been keeping Gunnar Lewis in check tonight.
4 picks for Scar Patterson. The first was that pick 6, as you well called, for Derek Meerkat. After that, another touchdown, the passing touchdown from Lockett after an interception. The third interception was then followed by Wilson's first pick to Axel Raven, so weren't able to capitalize on that, but then the Mavs were not able to capitalize on their takeaway. And then after the fourth interception ended up in the second field goal today for Cole Varner. So 4-1 takeaway ratio in favor of the Aztecs, and 17-0 the points off turnover advantage for Mexico City. It's something that has kind of been buried in how lethal Mexico City was on both sides of the ball in that first half, Justin. This has not been the norm for them this season. Get this, last in the league in turnover differential through 8 games, Mexico City at -12. That means they have given the ball away 12 more times than they have taken it away through 8 games. No one in the league had a worse margin than that, and it is stunning with that in mind that they were still 4-4, because to me, what I've experienced in this league is good turnover differential correlates pretty directly with overall success.
Yeah, that's just what the SFL is about, but this game has been all Mexico City pretty much all game long. San Diego has not had big plays in their bag. It's just Mexico City just running all over the field right now.
27-0 at the half in this game, and this just in from Commissioner Cameron Irvine. Mavs fans, mute your sound for a couple of seconds. Over the last 4 quarters, counting overtime, San Diego has been outscored 57-3. Because they were up massive at the half against Fort Worth, Justin, it looked like they were going to coast to their 4th win of the season against a fellow new franchise, but then Johnny Reno, Jason Williams, and company mounted a crazy comeback, ended up winning in overtime, spoiling that game for San Diego, and so far the Mavs have just yet to take off here in this game.
Yeah, they gotta get off the runway here and start flying here.
It is yet to happen, but they will get the ball as we are underway here in the second half. Optimus Klein, the league veteran and now 3rd year as the owner of this team, will bring us out to the 22. Happy to have you with us here in the final game of SFL Season 18, Week 10. We expected a lot of fireworks. So far, one team has kind of been failure to launch so far. Alongside Justin Reside, I'm Tim Hackett. We've got Damon Simeon and Jason McGee on hand in the stat truck, and Cameron Irvine working hard as always behind the scenes, and we are happy to have you along with us. One other game in action right now in the 4th quarter, Florida against Louisiana. You can catch that on our Twitch page, twitch.tv/SimulationFL. Scar Patterson trying to right the ship, and oh man, dots that one over the middle, and somehow it was out of the hands of Scott Andrews. 4-star wideouts on this team, Justin. That's not one of them, and it's out of his hands.
Yeah, right out of his hands there, trying to get a completion here, and just bounced out of the hands, and you had 2 Mexico City defenders there. Once that, if they were to intercept it, that would have been interception number 5 right there.
4 picks in that first half from Scar Patterson, if you're just joining us, who has had a fantastic rookie season. It is rare to see rookies excel as much as he has in this league. No offense intended, it's just true that younger players just need to develop more. They're not meant to be as good as veterans right out of the gate, but Patterson has been one of the best QBs in the league this season. On the ground they go. That is Jalen Wells, just his third carry today. Ronnie Watson makes the tackle.
Yeah, that's just Mexico City knowing the run defense there, and San Diego's just trying to get the pass game going, but it hasn't been going anywhere.
Again, they have not been able to use the run game to offset it. Wells this season 21st in the league in carries, 19th in yards. Slow game for him here. Third down, they zip it to Lewis. First down for Gunnar Lewis, who has his first career 1,000-yard season. His magnificent first-year campaign in San Diego continues.
Yeah, that was just an amazing pass to just even get 10 yards. They get the ball moving for San Diego here. Now they got to keep going with this.
Well, ironically, for a team called the Mavericks, this guy has been their top gunner. Over 1,000 receiving yards now for the first time in his career. He's been magnificent. They'll go back his way, back-to-back catches for Lewis. Now his fourth grab today. I mean, get this, Justin. Coming into today, and yeah, the Mavs have been grounded so far with still 2 full quarters to go. Second in the league in catches with 68. First in receiving yards with 970. And 10 receiving touchdowns. That was first in the league. First in targets with 99. I mean, you can make the argument he's had the best season of any wide receiver in the SFL. Second and 5, Patterson, deep bomb, and picked off again. This time it's Gerard Brody. 5 interceptions by 5 different players, and another drive comes to a halt.
Yeah, that's just been Mexico City all night long, grabbing these passes from Patterson to make interceptions. Like here, they were trying to go to Gunnar Lewis again, and Brody just grabs it out of the air.
Has not been the strength of this Mexico City team this season. I mean, I feel like we're beating a dead horse in this game already, Justin. 11 takeaways for the Aztecs this season. That was 4th fewest in the SFL, and again, the worst TO differential in the league. 5 takeaways by 5 different members of this very young secondary. Rookie mistakes, I guess, for Patterson. Wilson to throw. Here goes Jones, and a short gain for Phoenix Jones.
Yeah, short pass play, but like you said, rookie mistakes by Scar Patterson so far in this game, and Mexico City has been taking advantage of every mistake Scar Patterson has made.
17 points off turnovers already, including the first interception from Derek Meerkat, first of his career, ending up in a pick 6. I mean, that really set the tone for this game. It's been all Aztecs since. Here's Jones, and he is wrestled down. Great stop by Axel Raven, who's had a big game today.
Yeah, Axel Raven are just stopping Phoenix Jones at the line, preventing him from getting any yardage there. And that San Diego's just trying to get something done here on the defensive side of the ball so the offensive side can get to work.
4th tackle for loss of the season for Axel Raven, who also had his first interception of the season earlier today. First thrown by Matt Wilson, and again, for all the great things that Wilson has done this season, he has thrown a ton of interceptions, 3rd most. He will zip it to the top of the screen here, and no, out of bounds, they say. Bartley made that catch, but couldn't keep his feet in.
Yeah, couldn't keep the feet in. You have to have 1 foot in the SFL, and McCall didn't have it.
Wilson has tried to throw the ball around a little bit today, but, I mean, it's kind of been same old offensive game plan for Mexico City. We've seen a lot of McCall, a lot of Dags, fair bit of Bartley, fair bit of Jones. A couple of big catches, including a touchdown for Lockett, but the other 3 guys, not so much. They've kind of been trying to grow into this offense this season as Klein shakes out of a couple of hits. There goes Optimus Klein. He is gone. Only
He is
George
going.
Haney can stop him. A punt return touchdown for Optimus Klein, and that's what gets San Diego on the board.
So Optimus Klein says, let me take this punt to the end zone. And look at that spin cycle. Oh my God, spin cycle and pushing one guy down before he is going to the end zone. My goodness. And he's got guys in front of him for blockers.
Guy who has scored 67 receiving touchdowns, 11th most in league history, has his first career punt return touchdown. Finally, goose egg has been broken for San Diego, and that's not the way I expected it might happen.
Yeah, I was expecting maybe Scar Patterson touchdown, but a Optimus Klein punt return, we'll take it.
He's been good at returning punts this season, an average of nearly 5 yards per return. That was 8th best in the league, and that average is only going to go up after that. First time, really, we're talking about Alec Finlay, his second kick today. Rookie, second-round pick from Madison. Been okay this season kicking field goals. His first PAT today is good. So can that be what finally sparks the offense and the rest of the team, really, for San Diego? Mexico City does not capitalize on the interception, so that's plus number one. They punt it away, and then the offense doesn't even need to touch the ball because Klein takes it to the house himself.
Yeah, it's like San Diego needs a boost, and that may be the boost that they need.
There's a pun in there somewhere, but I'm just going to not even try to pull it out for Optimus Klein. Hey, visit the SFL website at simulationfl.net for links to apparel from Sector 6 and SFL mini helmets from 97 Sports Promotions, plus articles from our content team, including Power Rankings, What We Learned, the Read Option, and Talent Factories feature series. See all the league records, team stats, player leaderboards, the rankings of the next class of SFL talent, and so much more. Simulationfl.net, your home for everything SFL. You go to those leaderboards. Under passing leaders, you will see Matt Wilson's name quite a bit, and Phoenix Jones is on the rushing leaders, and he will add some more to that. Big run for Phoenix Jones out to the 40.
Yeah, big, huge run for Phoenix Jones there. Another 10-plus yard run here. And San Diego has just not been clicking on all cylinders for some odd reason, or it's everything roses for Mexico City.
And again, San Diego rush defense this season has not been very good, for as great as their pass defense has been. And Jones now up close to 100 yards rushing. He averages 103 per game. 823 rushing yards, 8th best in the league before today. Wilson throws. There were two wide receivers there, and both of them would have liked to have that catch. It'll be a gain of about 5, and Orain Darby makes that one. We've talked about it, Justin. There have been a couple of guys on this team who do not get a ton of looks. They've got a trio of rookie wideouts. That's Darby, who was one of their 4th-round picks. Only 13 catches this season, make it 14.
Yeah, big time for Orain Darby here.
Oh! Down goes Bentley. There were 4 Mavericks who were there, and Bentley smacking the ground. Thunderman with the hit.
Yeah, Thunderman coming in there. There were like, I counted like 4 white jerseys there before Thunderman brought down Bentley there. Good Lord.
Yeah, if you're an official statistician, you can take your pick as to who to give that tackle for loss to. I don't think you can give it to 4 guys, but I'm sure they'd take it. 3rd and 6 versus these situations that we've seen in a little while for Mexico City. Tipped ball. Thunderman was there as well. Darby was on the target, and Leon Thunderman with back-to-back big plays.
Yeah, pat downs, and then Thunderman stopping Bentley. I thought once Thunderman got the pat down, San Diego was going to get an interception on that.
Sure looked like they maybe should have, but either way, sails away. And I said first 3rd down opportunity we've seen in a while. Also not true. Been lying to you all game, but this is back-to-back punts now from George Amy. That is the first time that we've seen this in this game for Mexico City, and no chance for Optimus Klein for a repeat performance. He will call for a fair catch that time.
Yeah, just Optimus Klein did not want to do it a second time. He's like, oh, just fair catch this one, and let's see if Scar Patterson can shake off the interception woes he's been having all game.
So the defense rises to the challenge, though, right? I mean, back-to-back punts forced from George Amy and company. Again, we haven't seen that at any point in this game. San Diego has scored the most recent points with that punt return for 6 from Klein. And now an opportunity for the offense to finally get in gear. Patterson wide open right sideline, and a jumping catch is made by Liam Hammer. He finally gets involved in the offense. Big play.
Yeah, Hammer there, just once Scar Patterson threw it, he was like a salmon out of the water catching that ball. Look at this. Oh, my goodness.
That was beautiful. I mean, it feels like an Olympic sport in this offense sometimes. It's just a hammer throw, and Liam Hammer jumps up, makes another great catch. I mean, Gunnar Lewis has had a tremendous season, but so has Liam Hammer, 3rd in the league in receiving yards before this week. Deep drop from Patterson, zips it over the middle. That's caught for a gain of 4 from Optimus Klein. And I mean, these two guys are having unreal seasons. Hammer third in the league in receiving yards with 928 before today, and first in the league in yards per catch, better than 22 and a half. Third in the league in receiving yards, despite being 31st in the league in catches with only 41. Lewis had 27 more catches than him, but only 40 more receiving yards. Patterson fires. That's another catch. Out to the 36 they go. Finally, this offense is waking up. Hammer does it again.
Yeah, now San Diego is just moving the ball, exactly what they need to do here in this third quarter here, starting now. Even though Patterson has 5 interceptions, San Diego now moving the ball efficiently.
Hammer joined this team last season and had 1,000 receiving yards, 1,088, but only 4 receiving touchdowns. This year he's got 6 receiving touchdowns, which is 9th in the league, and only one of the few guys ahead of him on that leaderboard is, of course, Gunnar Lewis and Mike Daggs on the other side. Out of the backfield, here's Jalen Wells, who has not gotten a lot of work today, Justin. Another catch for him. Doesn't happen very often on the balance of the season. Gain of 5.
Yeah, simple gain of 5 there for Jalen Wells, and now San Diego can finally get these proverbial offensive monkeys off their back and try to get to the end zone.
This is the Scar Patterson that we are used to seeing. His receivers have helped, sure, and they've gotten open, especially Hammer, who's made 2 great catches on this drive. But this is the Patterson who is one of the front runners for Rookie of the Year, at least before today. Got to hope this game doesn't hurt his candidacy that much. On the ground they go, nothing doing. His run game has not done a whole lot today for San Diego. A couple of guys were there, including rookie linebacker Matt Anderson.
Yeah, there was just nowhere for Wells to go. It's just clogging up there by Mexico City.
The Aztec defense has been good on third downs as well. Opponents are converting 51%. That sounds high, but it's actually the 7th best mark in the league. They'll run it on third down, and Wells is wrenched down in the backfield. The Aztecs make the stop on third down. One-on-one hit by Derek Meerkat. His big day continues.
Yeah, big, huge day for Meerkat. Tackles, 1 touchdown for an interception, and now San Diego's going for a long field goal with Finlay.
This is right on the fringes of the range for the rookie kicker, Alec Finlay. 2nd-round pick from Madison, made from 47 a week ago. This will be from about that distance. Pulled down from Wallace Emmer, and the kick from Finlay is good, officially from 46. Rookie makes his 12th kick of the season, and it's back-to-back scores for San Diego.
Yeah, back-to-back. 1 touchdown, 1 field goal, and now San Diego can wipe the sweat off their faces as they got points on the board finally after a first half of a goose egg.
Well, going back to that note from Cameron Irvine, see, I'm giving him the credit. 57-3 over the last 3 quarters was the scoring deficit that San Diego had to face because they had that huge first half against Fort Worth and only 3 points after halftime. Did not score, obviously, in overtime and down big at the half here. So, I mean, look, at the risk of getting ahead of ourselves, Justin, what if they are able to learn some of those lessons that they had to suffer? All of these young guys, young coaches, whatever, had to suffer last week, and that heartbreaking loss had to be overtime at home against Fort Worth. What if they can somehow take some stuff away from that game and try to apply it into a second half comeback of their own? That would be pretty impressive. From the 26, Wilson under center. I'll toss it back to you after this. And San Diego jumps offside. Wilson has a free play, top of the screen, caught right near the first down by Bartley, I believe. And this will be Jason Bartley. Depends on the penalty. Offside, no surprise. And Wolf Justice called for the 2nd time.
Yeah, that's just poor execution there by San Diego. But like you said, San Diego might have a comeback here against Mexico City. They had one against Fort Worth, and now they just have to do it again here.
Somehow you got to learn the lessons. All of these young players on this team. I mean, obviously you've got Optimus Klein, who is in his 11th season in the SFL. He's been parts of championships before, but this is his first go-around at the owner thing, and all these guys are learning things as they go along. On the 2nd and short situation, they will go on the ground, and that is Jones. So they did decline the penalty because they got about 9 yards through the sky through Jason Bartley, and it's an easy does it first down for Phoenix.
Yeah, easy squeezy lemon pleasy for Phoenix Jones, and Mexico City now just moving the ball again on San Diego.
Unofficially over 100 rushing yards for Phoenix Jones in this game. 100 receiving yards would be something. On the ground they go, trying to add to it. Jones left tackle, and Thunderman is able to wrench him down, but still a gain of 11 on the ground for Phoenix Jones. That'll put him up over 100 for sure.
Yeah, 100 yards for Phoenix Jones, and he's just been pushing this ball against this San Diego defense like nobody, like he doesn't care, like he has a care in the world about running here, and that's just what's problem today tonight in this game for San Diego. They can't stop anything.
The emergence of Phoenix over the last couple of years has been so impressive. I mean, obviously Ray Bentley was a Hall of Fame running back in his own right. He retires. Mexico City promotes Phoenix Jones, who was the fullback, to running back, and since then, even with Bentley back in the mix, Phoenix has been magnificent. Short gain on the ground for Phoenix there. Again, 4th in the league this year in carries, 8th in yards, only 4 rushing touchdowns like we said, but back-to-back games now with north of 100 rushing yards, had 110 last week against Vancouver, and that heartbreaking loss from Mexico City, who had one of their own right. Both of these teams trying to rebound from tight games that very well could have gone their way if a couple of other things changed. Jones again will run it. Bentley missed the block, though. That's kind of rare, and nice tackle by Zach Lay.
Yeah, that was just pretty much San Diego knowing where Jones was, and one of his blockers missed a block, so it's pretty good, close third and manageable here.
A lot of different things that they can do. Good game for Lay. As you can see, we've got him unofficially for 8 total tackles and 3 pass deflections. A lot of those came early, though. Wilson has all day. Right sideline, first down, and down to the 20 goes Jacob McCall. Wilson has had a fantastic day. McCall's been a big reason why.
Yeah, that's because of Matt's 105.8 quarterback rating, and this is one of the reasons why. McCall grabbing a pass like this right here, getting that ball and getting a first down from Mexico City.
We've seen all 3 of the big play guys already in this half for Mexico City. McCall, Bartley, and Daggs. To say they're the big 3 in this offense is not saying enough. Get this, they combined this season for nearly 60% of Wilson's completions, more than 2/3 of his yards, and nearly 3/4 of his touchdown passes. They are the big 3 in this passing offense as Jones gets more. So again, more than half of Wilson's completions, more than 2/3 of his yards, and nearly 3/4 of his touchdowns. And Wilson is top 5 in the league in completions, yards, and touchdowns. And he spread it out nicely. I mean, McCall is top 5 in yards, but no one else really has any standout stats, if you will, like Lewis and Hammer do for San Diego. It's really been those 3 and then the rest this season for Mexico City. Wilson will throw it to Jones, who is, I guess, one of the rest when you consider the passing offense. Only 28 catches for him this season. He makes another one there.
Yeah, makes another catch, and it's just Matt Wilson is so good. He knows where his receivers are every time they snap the ball.
It's just been such a good year for him. Those interceptions, you can't really say interceptions aside because they have hurt Mexico City this season, but other than that, he has been really good. On the ground they go. Bentley breaking out of a couple of hits, and Ray Bentley has a first down to the 5-yard line as we come to the end of quarter number 3. The Mavs on the rise. They've scored the last 10, and they're back within 17. This is the SFL presented by APM Music, live on YouTube. Happy to have you with us. Final game of a jam-packed Week 10 slate here in the Simulation Football League. Tim Hackett and Justin Reside here with you in the booth. From the 5-yard line, Mexico City trying to get back into the end zone. On the ground they go, and it is Jones getting the carry and running into a couple of bodies. Charles Ledbetter is there for San Diego, as well as Thunderman.
Yeah, all that San Diego meat in there, and this trying to get to Phoenix Jones, and now it's a second goal here, and let's see what San Diego can do against this Mexico City offense.
It's a white Ledbetter, unfortunately, not a yellow one. Second and goal from the 3. The 2-back set, here goes Jones, touchdown! Phoenix Jones, his second today, his 5th rushing touchdown this season. That snaps a 10-0 run for San Diego, and the Aztecs extend the lead.
Yep, that's just the proverbial Phoenix Jones run there, getting a hole there and somebody blocking Thunderman to make sure Phoenix Joes gets in the end zone.
This combo from Bentley and Jones has been so impressive today to me, Justin. I mean, again, San Diego has struggled to defend the run this season. It bears repeating. Most rushing yards allowed this season with 160 per game. Unofficially, Mexico City is at about 150 rushing yards so far. We've just started the fourth quarter. PAT is good from Varner. And, I mean, all the picks from Patterson, there have been 5 of them have hurt, but when Mexico City's had the ball, they've been lethal.
Yeah, they've been a lethal dose of run and pass, and everything's just been Mexico City's way so far. And now San Diego, they did get 10 points on the board, but Mexico City just came right back and broke that 10-0 point snap.
We welcome those of you who might have been watching Louisiana and Florida. A game-winning kick for Otis Boudreaux to win that game for the Revs. Their win streak is now at 5. So we're the last game on the docket as Klein, who already has a punt return touchdown, gets out to the 21. The SFL spotlights games in their own time slot one final time this season on SFL Twitch, Monday, March 28th, when Fort Worth faces Lone Star. The final special features guests from around the league are welcomed throughout the broadcast by a dynamic pair of SFL legends to discuss the game, the season, and the league. Don't miss out on the final Monday night special of Season 18. That is a week from tomorrow. From the 21, Patterson is taken down in the first sack of the game for this Mexico City defense, courtesy of Dan Tritz.
Yeah, Angela Meerkat on that one.
Sure, Tritz was there too, but Meerkat is going to get the first hit. Well, they were both there, so I give myself a half point.
Yeah, that's a half a sack for each of them.
It's nice because you do get a half point when you're tallying sacks, and Angela Meerkat, it's Derek's wife, just half sack for the rookie. She was their first-round pick from Memphis, and now she's got a full sack on the season. Tritz was great last season. He's now got 4.5 as Patterson tosses it out to the sideline, and Lottie Lou will make that catch for a short gain.
Yeah, San Diego just needs to get, they got 10 points defensively, and then on the return by Optimus Klein, now they just got to get on offense.
Such an interesting addition to this team. You've got a team that already had 3-star wideouts because you brought in Gunnar Lewis from free agency, and then you draft Lottie Lou in the first round, their number 7 overall pick. He's not done too much this season as Patterson fires. And there is one of the other star wide receivers. Again, Optimus Klein was a tight end his first 2 seasons as a player for the team that he owns, and nice gain for him there, but it is 4th down.
Yeah, it's 4th down and 4, and I think San Diego's just going to punt it. They don't want to go for it here.
Interesting. I mean, you're down by 24. What's your take on this one?
Yeah, I would have just gone for it, but I guess they don't want to lose the ball on a turnover on downs.
No doubt. You fail to convert. You give Mexico City the ball on the 27, and seems like guaranteed points. But here goes Daggs anyway. Jeffrey Daggs saw Klein with a punt return touchdown on the other end, and he says, I can do it too. Jeffrey Daggs has another one. His 5th career punt return touchdown, and that might just seal it for Mexico City.
Yeah, that just might put a bow on this one really early in the 4th, but Jeffrey Daggs just gets the blockers he needs, and he is going to the end zone.
Absolutely untouched.
Yeah, he got every Mexico City blocker was there, and he just ran it to the house.
I mean, again, he didn't even start the season returning kicks for the Aztecs. This has been the guy that has returned kicks for them for most of the franchise, if you will. And both Bartley and McCall have returned kicks at times in their career. Nick Lockett has returned kicks this season, but Daggs has taken that job back over the last couple of weeks, and he has made, just proven why. So he's now got 5 career punt return touchdowns, breaking a tie for second place, and the only guy with more is Gabriel Manning, who has 16. So I guess that record is his, thanks to Mike Daggs for all of the amazing work that he has done for us, compiling all these stats and stuff that make our job here so easy, much easier than it ever has been in the history of broadcasting here in the SFL. Klein drops the ball on the kick return, and the Aztecs have it. Unbelievable.
When it rains, it pours, and it's been raining on San Diego, and now it is again. Just Optimus Klein just carrying the ball in the return, and I don't know who pops the ball out to make it for the fumble there.
The end, it's 27. That is Lee Gallant, the backup running back. You can flip a coin. It's got to maybe roll a dice to determine how to pronounce that name. He doesn't get the ball very often, so we'll go with Gallant in this game. And then it's recovered by Dimitri Darby, backup defensive tackle. So couple of unusual suspects getting involved for the Aztecs, and just like we said, don't want to give Mexico City the ball this deep in enemy territory. They do. Bentley going sideways, and nice tackle for loss there for San Diego. Wolf Justice has had a busy day.
Yeah, that's one of the bright spots for San Diego, the yardage, tackles for loss on the defensive side of the ball, but just, San Diego has been a little iffy tonight for this game.
I mean, you're never going to win a game with 6 turnovers. Let's be honest. 5 interceptions and now that fumble. It's really hard to overcome that. Oh, man. Not on the same page that time. And that was, I saw this before in the past, Justin. That was an offensive lineman eligible throw from Matt Wilson. You see him there. Nicky Gushin, who is a tackle for this team, was the target on that play.
Yeah, I've seen it a couple times in the game earlier when Vancouver played Lone Star.
TT Crystal's got to be thinking, what do I have to do to get a target? I've only got 4 catches this season. You're going to throw it to Nicky Gushin. Here's a pass from Wilson, and that is Orain Darby. So it isn't rookie 4th-round pick TT Crystal, number 88. It's rookie 4th-round pick, number 89, Orain Darby, who makes his 2nd catch today. And it's not enough for a first down, though, so they will bring out Cole Varner once again.
Yeah, this is just Cole Varner padding the lead of
no kidding.
Mexico City, and San Diego has not had an answer at all.
Hashtag throw it to the LT, says Mike Daggs in the chat. Well, get it trending, Mike. I mean, you never know. With Mexico City, again, they've done that a time or two. Kick from Varner is good. He's got a hat trick, 29 yards, 40 yards, and now 22 yards from him. And again, the Aztecs capitalize on the takeaways. They were, it bears repeating, Justin, dead last in the SFL in turnover differential before today at -12, dead last, which is stunning because, like I said, I've sung this team's praises a lot. I think they're one of the better run franchises in the league, I'll be honest, and the statistics and the records bear that out. It's not just a wild opinion that I have, and it directly is a result of how disciplined they are on both sides. Great return there from Klein out to the 32. They have been in the top 10, Mexico City has, in turnover differential in 7 of the last 8 seasons, and they finished in the top 10 in terms of record in all 8 of those seasons. So it's really, to me, no coincidence. You take care of the ball, you win games in the SFL. It's really that easy. It's not easy to do, but it's easy to find the correlation.
Yeah, definitely easy in the SFL to do that.
It's been difficult today for San Diego. On the ground they go. Here's Jalen Wells. Best run of the day for Jalen Wells. Give him about 12. Dexter Jackson makes the stop.
Yeah, there's another bright spot there for San Diego. Jalen Wells getting 10-plus yards on this run here. And they haven't run the ball well, and they've been trying to pass the ball, but it's just not been San Diego's day.
Well, Wells made his name as the best fullback in the SFL for his first 2 seasons, paving the way for Colin Hart for Sioux Falls, and then he gets the job. He gets the contract to be the number 1 halfback here for San Diego, and it hasn't gone mega well for him as he runs right into Angela Meerkat. Back-to-back drives with a big play for the rookie defensive end, and slow season for Jalen Wells. He's yet to really take off, and again, he was so good in that role in Sioux Falls. They had the best 1-2 punch in the league running the ball at that time with Wells and Hart, and it just hasn't really manifested for him so far here for San Diego.
Yeah, it's just, he's just been having a hard time getting the ball in the run game started, and As
There we
Gunnar
go.
Lewis, yep, there as Gunnar Lewis makes a catch.
Guns it, Patterson to Gunnar Lewis. This has worked time and again so far this season. So if you didn't believe me in the chat earlier, well, there you go. It's official. Well over 1,000 receiving yards now this season for Lewis. So it's been an insane coming out party for Gunnar Lewis, who in season 17, his last year with Sioux Falls, 57 catches, 815 yards, and 4 touchdowns. So now, after today, he already has set career highs in just about everything. At the best season of his career. Patterson fires, that's caught on a quick out, and zipping out for another first down is Liam Hammer, his 3rd catch today.
Yeah, a lot of good passes here from Scar Patterson now. The offense is clicking, but it's probably too little too late for San Diego to make a comeback.
Already this season, and this is just their 8th game of the year, Gunnar Lewis has set career highs in catches, yards, and targets. He needs one more touchdown to set a new career high in receiving touchdowns. Here's Wells. Short gain for Wells, stood up by Derek Meerkat, and that counts even playoff games. If he has another big game, like in the rest of this 4th quarter, he'll set career highs for receiving yards in a season, even counting the postseason, which he made first couple of years with the Sparrows. So it's already been far and away his best ever season. And again, one more touchdown will give him a new career high in total touchdown grabs. His previous career high was 10. 2nd and 6, going for it. Patterson knocked away. Again, one-on-one coverage. Lewis was there near the goal line, but the Aztecs were there for the stop.
Yeah. Gunnar Lewis trying to get that touchdown he needs for, San Diego's for his history, but Dags there just knocking the ball down and knocking him down at the same time.
These two guys, Lewis and Hammer, combined for over 300 receiving yards last week against Fort Worth. Patterson threw for 379 and 4 touchdowns, including 3 to those two guys. But this offense has been grounded so far here today. From the 23, this is the deepest they've been in enemy territory. Much of this game. Fires caught by Lewis. First down to the 15.
Yeah, now San Diego's trying to get a established drive to the end zone, and it's just San Diego has been trying to do this all game, but they haven't.
Oh, it really hasn't worked out for him so far. Again, 5 picks for Patterson, who was 7th in the league in completions, 3rd in yards with over 2,500, and 5th in touchdowns. 17 picks is not that many. 13th, it's middle of the pack, but 5 today. It's not helped. From the 15, deep drop here. Patterson this way through traffic, and that could have been number 6. Meerkat was there, so was Menefield.
Yeah, just 2 Mexico City defenders, no San Diego wide receiver to grab that ball, and that was almost number 6. And again, Meerkat was trying to think about going to the house before he caught it.
Meerkat had the first one. Menefield's got one as well. 5 different Aztec defenders have an interception today. Patterson looking for touchdown number 1 for this Mav offense. And the 15 has all day, and then fires short out of the backfield. It's the outlet for Wells, and a gain of just 1.
Yeah, now the San Diego's trying to go to a hurry up here.
That was Ronnie Watson on the stop, 3rd-year outside backer. Patterson now to throw from the 14. Flags fly, fires, touchdown. If this stands, first touchdown for the San Diego offense and the 7th this season for Liam Hammer. But hold the phone.
Yeah, let's see if this was a pass interference.
Flipping, number 72, offense.
Oh, no, they got a block in the back. Oh, man.
Oh, a clipping call. That is just a backbreaker there.
That is Alex Paskett, the left tackle for San Diego.
Let's see where he clips. Oh,
I mean, he hits Dan Tritz after the throw has already been made. That is a tough break for San Diego. It's not a backbreaker necessarily, and they've still got a couple of shots here, Justin, but, I mean, that's tough.
Yeah, that's one of the biggest, callbacks of plays here, and now they have a third and a country mile to go for.
No kidding. You got 2 shots at it, I would think. 3rd and 28. Patterson tipped by Watson and then falling at the feet of Ben Charbs. They'll say that Lottie Lou was the target, and maybe this will change the mind for San Diego. It would be a 50-yarder from here, though.
Yeah, 50-yard field goal for Finlay. And I would probably just try and take a chance at the end zone unless they want to really kick this field goal.
Are you going to punt it from here with the rookie kicker? All right, well, good. They'll bring the offense back out there. On 4th down and 28. First down is at the 5-yard line. Play action, haven't seen that very much. Patterson fires, first down, Gunnar Lewis. On 4th and 28, Gunnar Lewis delivers yet again.
Oh my goodness, Gunnar Lewis with the surprise. And then he gets the first down.
From the 2, Patterson fires, and that one will stand. Touchdown for Lottie Lou, first of his career, and another big game for another rookie in this game. First touchdown for the San Diego offense.
Yeah, well, again, rookie night here in Mexico City. This time it's Lottie Lou getting his first touchdown as a member of the Mavericks and an SFL player.
He did not have a single catch last week in that shootout against Fort Worth, the game that ended up in overtime. Heartbreaking defeat for the Mavs, as we've outlined, and Lottie Lou has responded with probably the best game of his professional career. Again, the 7th overall pick out of Salt Lake in the most recent SFL draft. First career touchdown. Congratulations to him. Liam Hammer robbed of his own. That kick from Finlay, didn't need to attempt it from 50. It is just an easy PAT. Again, San Diego, they're not going to win this game at this point, Justin, so they're going to fall to 3-5. And it's tough because they started the season so well. They were 3-1. They're going to bring out the onside kick. Still a 27-point deficit here. They've been a win away from tying the franchise record for wins in a season for 5 straight weeks now, as Mexico City is going to field that one. And so now it will be 6 straight weeks. It's Orain Darby on the reception. That San Diego has come into a game saying, and one of those was a bye week, obviously, so 5 straight games where they've said we can tie our franchise record for wins that we set last season, and they're going to come up empty. It's not the end of the road, obviously, but they've had the opportunity, and they've just faced a really good team here today, I feel.
Yeah, Mexico City's a really good team, and San Diego, after this game, has 4 more chances to do that.
Here goes Jones, running right tackle, and a nice gain for Phoenix Jones, who now, you see it officially, 121 rushing yards and a touchdown. Last week, he had 110 and a touchdown. All-star Phoenix Jones, recent SFL history, is having another great year.
Yeah, he's having a great year. Most of this Mexico City team has got a great year, but this has been Mexico City's night so far in this game.
And some big picture league stuff on the line here as well for some other teams. Mexico City's going to go to 5-4. Nothing really official for them, but for a lot of other teams in the Pacific Division, they've been watching this game closely as Jones gets snowed under by Thunderman, who has had a big second half.
Yeah, this San Diego team has had some few bright spots, but now it's just pretty much a Mexico City winning this game, pretty much going as we go towards the 2-minute warning.
We've seen a lot from Thunderman and from Raven, and even a couple of tackles for loss for Thomas Matthews. Surprised we haven't seen a lot of Pete Mitchell in this game, who was the team's leader in tackles for loss before today with 13. Haven't heard a ton from him. He's had a really good season. Could argue he's one of the better defenders on the San Diego team.
Yeah, this has been a real good game for the defense, but Mexico City has been the one to really take this game to the top of the board.
Occasionally I know what I'm talking about, Justin. That was Pete Mitchell on that tackle. Believe it or not, hit Phoenix Jones from behind and stopped him from a gain or two. For a gain of 2. It doesn't happen often, but Pete gets that one.
Yep, he gets that one, and now Kovaner is just adding points to the board.
Well, he's already made 3 field goals today, and this would be a season-long. Unofficially from 51. Yuki Yamada has long been this team's backup quarterback. Snap from Tyler Kane, hold down, and nearly blocked by San Diego, but the kick from Varner is good. Officially from 54 today from Cole Varner, one of the all-time greatest kickers in SFL history, League Hall of Famer. That'll do it for sure.
Yep, that'll probably be the nail in the coffin in this game for Mexico City to take the win, and now it's just, San Diego has to make this game respectable now, pretty much.
I mean, we talk about Jack's data all the time, and I think that those dudes do a fantastic job with how they predict things in this league. certainly better than us average Joes can, and they had the spread at 3.5 in favor of Mexico City. I expected a shootout. Justin, I expected a lot of passing yards, a lot of pass attempts. We're going to get a penalty on the kick return from Klein, and I did not expect a 30-point margin.
Yeah, I expected like this Patterson throwing it everywhere and Wilson doing the same thing, but it's just been a Mexico City beatdown so far.
Perhaps. Holding call against Scott Andrews as we hit the 2-minute warning from Estadio Azteca. This is the Simulation Football League presented by APM Music, live on YouTube. Happy to have you with us. Justin Rusai and Tim Hackett here with you in the booth. Damon Simeon and Jason McGee in the stat truck. San Diego will go empty. Laster off for the Mavs. What a catch that was. High pointing it is Lottie Lou. His career game continues.
Yeah, high pointing it at the football at its highest point and getting a first down for San Diego.
Rev it up the engines. The Mavs are ready for takeoff. Oh, never mind. Patterson gets grounded, smacked by Dan Tritz.
Yeah, you think Dan Tritz is going to say that Saggy just prevents the ball from going anywhere.
Dude is a superstar. I think it's fair to say he's been in the league 3 seasons, and he was an all-star in 2 of them, including last year where he was magnificent. Slightly down, at least relative to last year's standards for Tritz, 4 sacks, 7 TFLs, but both of those are still best on the team, at least among defensive linemen. Second down, Patterson fires wide open. First down, Liam Hammer, and a gain of 23 right to the midfield line.
Yeah, and then San Diego takes a timeout after Liam Hammer catches that ball, so it's just San Diego using a timeout to probably wanting to save some clock for themselves.
Hammer did very little in that first half, though in fairness, it was because he was covered extremely well by Jermaine Menefield, but now with the backups in, you saw Liam Ryan make that tackle. Rookie safety who had just 7 tackles this season before that one. Hammer has started to come alive here in the second half. He is trying to keep pace with Lewis for biggest receiving game. It's kind of been Lottie Lou that has stolen some of the headlines. Tough to do with on this team as Patterson looks for Lewis. That's knocked away by Charlie Cooper, one of the linebackers.
Yeah, and it's just been that kind of night for Mexico City, knocking out balls, interceptions. It's like San Diego is trying to move this ball, and they just can't.
Charlie Copper make it. That's my mistake. You see him right there, 56 in the throwback, blue and orange. Santa Fe Gorillas have, there's a pun in there somewhere, but they have just been magnificent today. Top of the screen, Lewis has another catch, surpassed 1,000 receiving yards for the first time in his career. He was a really good option for Julian Tyree and company in Sioux Falls, but I did not expect the season that he's had with Scar Patterson and company this year.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting it either, but he has every season personal record you can get in this with this San Diego team.
Career highs already in catches, yards, and targets, and already has tied his career high in receiving touchdowns with 10, which was most in the league before today. Clock stops as he goes out of bounds, 3rd and 4, same play, same result, first down for Gunnar Lewis.
Yeah, run it. It's called the old run it back and see what happens, and it happens once do it once you get it the first down, do it twice to get a first down. It's just Django moving the ball and trying to save some clock.
We're trying to get Lewis now into first place in catches as well. He was first in yards, first in touchdowns, and first in targets, but second in catches with 68, and he's had quite a few in this game, showing that medal as the number 1 receiver. The 39, Patterson will go this way for Hammer, who has a step behind the defender and just is barely able to stay in bounds. That's a gain of 22 this time for Hammer. His big day continues.
Yeah, big day for Liam Hammer, and this is what you want, probably what San Diego wanted in the first half, but they couldn't get it, so now they're getting in this last half here.
No kidding. So against some backups, though that was Jeffrey Daggs who was in there to try to help slow this San Diego train down a little bit. And obviously this has been the best looking drive so far, at least throwing the ball for Patterson and company. Lewis and Hammer have both made a couple of catches. Barely seen Wells at all, and poor Nick Hoagland hasn't even gotten a look. From the 17 now. Patterson will throw, end zone tipped and intercepted again. Jeffrey Daggs has his second, the sixth interception thrown by Scar Patterson. And Jeffrey Daggs, 2 picks and a touchdown for him today.
Yeah, and that's just the proverbial nail in the coffin. Game over. Matt Wilson, you can just kneel on this thing.
9 interceptions now over the last 2 weeks for Scar Patterson. Again, QBs in the SFL, if you're a fan of this league, you know they throw a ton of picks. 17 interceptions through 7 games for Patterson. Sounds like a lot, but relative to the pack, it isn't. It was middle of the pack, 13th most in a 24 quarterback league, 25 if you count Kentez Johnson, as Phoenix Jones gets 1. San Diego will call a timeout. Maybe no gain on that play, so 13th out of 25 total quarterbacks. It's really not that many, but 3 picks last week against 4 touchdowns and 6 picks this week against 1. It's been a tough sled for Patterson and for San Diego over the last now 6 quarters, as Cam Irvine pointed out earlier.
Yeah, this has just been a hard day's night for San Diego.
Here goes Jones again. Couple of side steps. It is still Phoenix Jones toting the rock, in case you were curious. Axel Raven makes that stop. San Diego calls it second timeout.
No, that was their last timeout, actually.
I'm sorry. Yes, you're right. That was their last timeout. That second timeout of this drive, but yes, the third and final timeout of the game. Avs trying to get the ball back maybe one more time. They came so close to scoring on that last possession. Still a 30-point lead for Mexico City. It'll be Yuki Yamada to throw down the sideline and into the side of Zach Lay. There was T.T. Crystal, the rookie 4th-round pick who only has 4 catches this season, Justin. They were going for him there on 3rd down.
Yeah, they were looking for him, but Zach Lay said, nope, not this time.
Such an interesting draft setup. So you've got Bartley and McCall holdovers, as well as Bill Henry, who was a midseason pickup, and the longtime tight end Mike Daggs in his 8th season with Mexico City. So you need to round out the receiving core. It looks so different for Matt Wilson this year than it did even just a couple of seasons ago, where you have Richard Montague and K.L. Barrett, 2 guys that were in this league for a half dozen seasons. They were Wilson's running mates along with Mike Daggs for, like I said, half dozen seasons, it feels like, as Amy boots it away. Short punt, not even as far as the 40-yard line, and it won't be punt return touchdown number 2 for Klein. So those 2 guys are long gone. Daggs is still here, and you've got 2 guys who were former number 3 wideouts in this league, Bartley and McCall, as your 1 and 2, and everybody else are rookies. 2nd-round pick Nick Lockett, who scored his first touchdown today, and then Orain Darby was pick number 77 in the 4th round, and then 9 picks later, T.T. Crystal, the 86th pick in the 4th round, joining Henry and Daggs, and 2 holdovers. That's your offense for Mexico City. Another deep bomb, and that could have been picked once again. That was number 20, Dorian Locke. Even the backups are getting involved.
Yeah, the backups are getting involved. Everybody for Mexico City is just patting down balls and stuff like that. It's just that kind of day for Mexico City.
Cameron Irvine saying Vancouver has been watching this game closely. They won earlier today, and they clinched the Pacific Division and a spot in the playoffs, an automatic berth, with San Diego's loss and Vancouver's win earlier today. So a lot of ramifications in this game. As Patterson throws in stride, it's hammer time. Liam Hammer has arrived here in the second half. Got one wiped out earlier. Not happening this time. Touchdown number 7 for Liam Hammer.
Yeah, Liam Hammer just left alone, I guess, on the open island there, and he just goes to the end zone for 6.
I think they were probably trying to go for him after he had that earlier one wiped out, I guess. Justin's Jason Ligon, number 2 corner on the coverage, and not really much coverage. A guy that is now also unofficially over 1,000 receiving yards this season for Liam Hammer. San Diego has 2 guys with over 1,000 receiving yards through 8 games, and they're going to be 3-5 through those 8 games. That's crazy.
Yeah, that is very crazy. 2 guys over 1,000 yards this season. You're going to be 3-5 when you head out of Mexico City this week.
I mean, there were a couple of teams a season ago that had 2,000-yard receivers. I saw 2 of them in week 1, London and Baltimore. They both had 2 guys with over 1,000 yards last year, but that was over a full season. Obviously, this is through 8 games, and both Hammer and Lewis are north of that prestigious mark for any wide receiver. Patterson's been a big reason why. I think San Diego's going to get this onside kick.
Yeah, they are. Holy.
Wow. There you go. That's Scott Andrews. We've said his name a lot here in the fourth quarter. He had a target. He had a penalty. He's got a recovery of an onside kick. All right, so more stats coming up for the San Diego offense.
Yeah, more stat padding between these two teams, but San Diego's getting just padding stacks even though it's a loss.
Pass behind the intended receiver. That was Klein, and Ronnie Watson again on the coverage. That was crazy. You don't see onside kicks recovered all that often here in the league. San Diego obviously has already failed at one today, but 50%, that ain't bad. No timeouts, though. 45 seconds left.
Yeah, you just got to probably try to go to hurry up, and then if you got to pass out of bounds and just stop the clock.
Strange formation, though. They've got 2 tailbacks. Hashtag give it to the fullback, maybe. Never mind. Patterson bombs it. Another catch for Hammer. Breaks through the defense and gets to the 20-yard line. Another big play for Hammer.
Yep, and now you got to go to hurry up and get to the line because even though clock's, you're losing, you want to get points here.
Can't wait to see what the final stat sheet is going to look like for San Diego. Spike coming here for Patterson. Obviously, you're going to look at it and see 6 picks for Patterson, and in their game next week, people are going to have some good scouting reports. But Lewis and Hammer are both going to turn in over 100 receiving yard games for the second straight week. Again, they combined for 310 receiving yards and 3 touchdowns last week. They've got over 200 receiving yards and a touchdown this week. These two guys are really, really good. Oh, of course, gone up against backups here for the last half of the fourth quarter. From the 20, Patterson looking for Hammer again. Swatted, and then dropped by Hammer, really. But Liam Ryan could have had his first career pick. It's always hard to haul it in on those tip drills, and 4 different guys had a chance at it.
Yeah, 4 different Aztec players had a chance of grabbing that ball from Liam Hammer, and it just didn't happen.
Mexico City's going to move to 5-4 and keep pace in a really difficult division. Tough to figure out where that one's going to go. 2 more cracks at it, you would think, for San Diego. Play action. Patterson fires to the end zone. That's caught. 2 touchdowns in the fourth quarter for Liam Hammer. He's got 8 touchdowns this season after he had only 4 a season ago. San Diego now north of 30 points.
Yeah, this game has gone. San Diego was trying to make it respectable, and it is now respectable, pretty much.
It's crazy. I mean, if they hit this PAT, then it's going to be a 2-score game at the end of the day, Justin. 16 points. It counts.
Yeah, it counts in the SFL, but, San Diego can't get a win with 17 seconds left on the clock.
They got the last 3 words of that famous phrase, but not the first one. Hammer time, but no stops so far in this game. Over-under set at 59.5. Let's do some quick math here, Justin. How does 78 points in the final game of Week 10 sound?
Yeah, sounds like somebody's getting money in Vegas if they bet that.
Sounds like San Diego versus Mexico City. I was complaining sort of before the game. I said, we expected some fireworks, and it took San Diego some time to launch them. Mexico City will get this onside kick, and anybody who watched this game knows it was all Aztecs really from the get-go in this game. But 16 points, a ton of touchdowns, ton of takeaways from these two teams, and we had some fun.
Yeah, we had a lot of fun here in Mexico City, and now it we put Week 10 in the books and go to Week 11.
Vancouver is going to win the division because San Diego is going to lose a game. It's been a tough couple of weeks for the Mavericks. They have now lost, 4 in a row. 6 interceptions thrown by Scar Patterson kind of doomed this offense despite that late surge. The Aztecs are going to win the first ever meeting between SDM and MXC. All Mexico City in this one. Aztecs 47, Mavericks 31.
Yeah, all Mexico City here. Obviously, we're going to see the final stats is all going to be towards Mexico City.
Look at that. 10 yards is your difference. That's crazy. 12 more minutes times of possession for Mexico City, but because of that fourth quarter surge, the total yards difference plus 10. That's wild.
Yeah, that's what, plus 10 and a 7 interception and 7 turnovers by San Diego in this game.
Here's one of the big plays. A punt return for 6 from San Diego. That was part of a 10-0 run for the Mavs. Mexico City was up 27-0 at halftime. Then San Diego then scored 10 in a row to, we thought, maybe make it a game, but then Jeffrey Daggs had a punt return for 6. A couple of more interceptions. Daggs had 2 of those. Patterson threw 6 in total. And again, despite that push forward in the fourth quarter, the Mavericks just had way too much ground to make up.
Yeah, a lot of ground to make up, and they couldn't make it up all game long, and just Mexico City taking it home.
Your call. Who do you think's player of the game? You got 2 total touchdowns. There's one of them there for Phoenix Jones. A touchdown and 2 picks for Jeffrey Daggs. Here's the touchdown. Matt Wilson had a solid game. Liam Hammer had 2 receiving touchdowns. What do you think?
Yeah, I think it's going to be either Matt Wilson or Jeffrey Daggs, either one of the 2.
Great game for Daggs. Mike Daggs kind of faded into obscurity there in the second half because felt like Mexico City didn't have the ball nearly as much. Look at that game. Liam Hammer, 187 yards and 2 touchdowns, and more than 100 of those yards came in the fourth quarter, as did both of the touchdowns. I think my front runner is going to be Phoenix Jones. I'm not going to lie. Just based on how this game works sometimes. 2 total touchdowns, 120 receiving yards. It's a great game.
Yeah, that is a great game. And it just was Mexico City, and Mexico City kind of needed this win. Even when they lost to Vancouver last week and they needed this win, they got it.
Sure did. Both teams suffering tough losses a week ago. 1 touchdown games that could have gone the other way if things went differently for them. And unfortunately, for San Diego at least, everything going Mexico City's way in this game. So many highlights, 78 combined points. One of the highest scoring games of season 18 so far. Just as we expected going into it, Justin, but not the way that we figured we would get to all of these points, it's fair to say.
Yeah, very fair. And just San Diego didn't have the night that Mexico City had. So it's pretty much what's Mexico City night all night long, and it was night of the rookies too as well.
Finally get it. We'll see. It will be Phoenix Jones, 139 all-purpose and 2 total touchdowns. Mexico City starts hot, and they hold on to win it 47-31. For our stat crew, Jason McGee and Damon Simeon, producer extraordinaire Cameron Irvine, who just went through another full weekend, my partner Justin Reside, I'm Tim Hackett. Thanks so much for hanging with us this evening. Mexico City's your winner. We'll see you next week. That wraps up Week 10 of the SFL. Until then, so long.